I love queso. I mean, seriously, what's not to love about gooey, melty cheese? This recipe is a restaurant staple, but I'm going to show you how easy it is to make it home so you can have it anytime you want. I'm Christina from It Is a Keeper, and I share tried and true recipes that anyone can make, like this super easy queso recipe. It's perfect for dipping or drizzling over your favorite Mexican-inspired dishes. So let me show you just how easy it is to make this queso. Okay, so for our queso, it starts with some half and half. So I'm just going to add it to a saucepan, and we want to warm it, but not boil it. So you want it to go until we get those little bubbles around the edges, but not boiling. Okay, so our half and half is just started coming to a little bit of a simmer. I'm going to add some American cheese. So this is just regular, plain old, whoops, splish splash. Regular, plain old deli American cheese. I'm adding about half of it now. And then I have fontina. I love fontina cheese. It is just, look, it's so creamy and delicious. I'm gonna add all of the fontina right now. And we're just gonna let the cheese start to melt into the half and half. So we'll stir it around so it all becomes one. And the warm half and half is going to gently melt the cheese. We don't want to melt it too quickly because then it'll start to separate. Okay, so if you see that your half and half starts boiling a little too much, just turn that heat down a bit. Like I said, you don't want it to be too hot too fast because we don't want that cheese to break. We just, look at that starting to get all melty and gooey. Oh, this is melting so nice. And you can see the mixture starts to thicken nice, but look at that. So this recipe is super easy. There's not a lot of ingredients. It just takes a little bit of patience because we want that cheese to be super creamy. So we have to take our time in melting it. Okay, we are almost there. There's just a couple more lumps of cheese that I'm just going to stir those down and break them up. Okay, next up, we're going to add the rest of our American cheese. We're gonna put that in there. And we're going to add a little bit of canned diced chilies. Now you can add as much or as little as you like. I'm just going to add a couple teaspoons there. We're also going to add some taco seasoning. I'm using my homemade taco seasoning mix. You can easily use store-bought. Now, if you're using my homemade one, there is no salt in it, so you need to add some extra house seasoning. However, if you're using the store-bought, there's probably salt in it, so you can skip the house seasoning step. So I'm gonna add about a teaspoon of the house seasoning just to give it a little bit of salt and season everything up. And we'll get all this stirred together. Oh, this is killing me. I cannot wait to dive into this. You guys, this looks amazing. Just look at that velvety cheese sauce. Oh, I cannot wait to dive into this. Let's get it served up and take a taste. Look at that. Oh. That is just a thing of beauty. Okay, so our cheese sauce is done. I'm just going to add a little bit of cilantro for some garnish. And because cilantro, yum. I'll put that little bit here in the center. There we go. All right, now I'm going in. You guys, I can't wait. Look at that cheesy, ooey gooiness. Oh. All right. I don't think there's anything more glorious. It's so creamy and so rich and velvety smooth. you guys. I'm just gonna take this bowl of chips and cheese. I need a margarita. I think that would make it even better. Amazing. This Queso Blanco is definitely a keeper. So let's take a poll. Are you more of a guac person or a queso person? Let me know in the comments. And if you want another incredible dip, make sure you check out my black bean and corn salsa. Thanks for joining me today. You can get the full printable recipe in the video description below. I'll see you next time. Bye.